Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan here. I don't know about you all, but being a Oriental it ain't easy. And I'll give you one example of not being easy. Apparently there's a debate over what people should be called. Now every ethnic group or minority or division, whatever you want to call it, some of them have these aliases that somehow they are okay with, that they accept, okay? Now for us Orientals, there's one other alias that we somehow accept, Asian. But that doesn't make any sense, Jordan said, because Asian would imply anyone living in Asia would be considered an Asian by the continent they live on. Give or take that. Give or take that. Give or take that was the term for anyone living on that continent. Now, I know what you're going to say. Asia, like any continent, is divided into countries, true. But like any other places, there's a bunch. Asia is home to about two other ethnic groups besides the Orientals, the Arabs and the Hindus. Now, regardless of that, Jordan says, some people from certain ethnic groups may debate over it. Now, Jill's one of my friends who has the debate, O versus A. I was like, how can O be bad? And ends up going something like this. Jordan, I really think that I prefer Asian. First off, look, Jordan said, Oriental's the ethnic group, the part of the region of Asia where our kind, Jordan says, where originally was found at, was the Orient. So they were called Orientals. Jordan says, okay, after the Great Flood, if you believe that, that's where we went. That's where the Orientals found themselves scattered at. That part of Asia. So it's Oriental, Jordan says. But Jordan, there might be some of us that aren't open-minded to that. So, I'm one of those people, Jordan. Oh, so you're going to take offense to be called Oriental. Come on, Jordan said. You can take offense to that. I just don't like it. Look, Jordan said, I'm Oriental, and that don't offend me being called an Oriental. I will not use the term Asian, because Asian implies someone living in Asia. And which, just face it, Gil, Hindus and Arabs and Orientals can get Asians slammed on them because they live on that continent, Jordan said. Hell, I'm sure a lot of other minorities live in Asia now, too. But anyway, to say that you have a problem with being called Oriental. I never said a problem with it. I said some people have a problem with it. Well, that's their problem. Basically, it's really sad. That's what she does, Jordan says. She'll argue with me about being called an Asian. She'll argue with me being called Oriental. I don't mind being called Oriental. I mean, look, Jordan said, what of all the ethnic groups we have? Caucasian, Hispanic, Black, Red, Aborigine, Oriental, Hindu, for example. I don't know. I pretty much mentioned all the minorities, Jordan says, that you could find on a given continent. Okay? Now those are all the minorities that I know of, Jordan says. Okay? And I'm not going to sit here and not say Oriental because somebody from my ethnic group could get offended over it, Jordan says. So I had someone actually tell me the word Oriental was a bad word. It ain't, Jordan says. But Gil likes to make a big deal out of it. Jordan, you really should use Asian. You never know. One of our kind could get offended over it. Yeah, I know, because my photo identification and my driver's license, I put Oriental down for race. Or ethnic group, or whatever you want to call it. Ethnic division, what you want to call it. Jordan, I think Asian's proper, okay? Asian just implies... Yeah, what does it actually imply, Jordan said. Someone living in Asia, that's what it implies. Don't you know, Jordan, that Oriental means someone living in... Yeah, someone living in the Orient region of Asia. Primarily us, Orientals. Jordan said, I don't see a problem with the term Oriental. It's not racist at all, Jordan said. I mean, come on, Gil. You don't see the Caucasians and Hispanics and the blacks and the reds and the Hindus and the Arabs and the Aborigines freaking out over what their ethnic division is called. So, if they're not freaking out, then us Orientals shouldn't be freaking out either then. I don't like being called Oriental, Jordan. That offends me. Well, you're the only one from my ethnic group that's offended by it. But I'm here to tell you, Gil, you shouldn't be. Jordan, seriously, you always want to fight. You want to say Oriental? Fine, say Oriental. But I prefer Asian, okay? Just to be on the safe side, Jordan. Because somebody out there might not like being called Oriental and punch you one. So they punch me one. They get arrested for assault, Jordan says. Now, seriously, you have Caucasians, Hispanics, black, red, Aborigines, Arabs, Hindus, Orientals. And the funny thing is, you don't really see them freaking out by being called what they're called. Okay, I don't have a problem with using the term Oriental. For some reason, Gail does. But then Gail's full of shit. Okay, just because she's offended by the word Oriental, don't mean all the other Orientals are going to be offended by it. It's not like I'm using a racist slur, or, you know, discriminative slur or whatever. I'm not being racist or discriminative. I ain't doing anything like that, Jordan says. I mean, the last time I checked, Oriental wasn't one of those, you know, racist or prejudiced or discriminative words, okay? So that's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.